Every human life is shaped by trials. Yet beneath the countless experiences we call life, there are three tests that define every soul: the test of receiving, the test of being denied, and the test of loss. Across history, billions of people have walked this earth. They spoke different languages, lived in different cultures, pursued different dreams, and possessed different fortunes. Yet not a single one escaped these three tests. From the moment we are born, we have no idea what God will choose to give us, what He will withhold from us, or what He will eventually take away. Day after day, we discover that our lives are unfolding according to a wisdom far greater than our own. Life was never meant to be a journey toward comfort. It is a journey toward truth, toward discovering who we truly are, knowing our Creator, and answering the greatest question every human being will face: how will you respond when God puts your heart to the test? Before every person stand three inevitable doors: the door of blessings, the door of denial, and the door of loss. Whoever understands that these are not accidents, but carefully designed tests from God, begins to see life differently, and begins to prepare for what lies beyond it. The first test begins, not the test of poverty, but the test of abundance. Not deprivation, but blessing. God may bless you with a loving father or mother, a son or daughter, a husband or wife. They may become the very first gifts entrusted to your life. His blessings may come in the form of wealth, good health, safety, a home, knowledge, or simply a heart at peace. But not every blessing can be measured by money. A poor man may possess a peace that the richest person on earth could never buy, and a wealthy man may own the whole world, yet spend every night searching for a single moment of tranquility. This is where the real test begins. Every blessing is not the end of the journey, it is the beginning of a question. The question is not, what do you have? The question is, who gave it to you? And to whom do you give the credit? Throughout history, many believed that everything they possessed was the result of their own intelligence, strength, and effort, forgetting that the blessing itself was the test. Others recognized that every gift, whether great or small, came from God alone. Their hearts filled with gratitude. Their faith grew stronger. And they used what they had been given to worship their Creator and to benefit those around them. When the prophet Solomon witnessed the greatness of the kingdom God had granted him, he said, "This is by the grace of my Lord, to test me whether I will be grateful or ungrateful." Receiving is never proof of God's approval, nor is wealth a sign of honor. It is a test of gratitude. Whoever remembers the giver before the gift has understood the true purpose of every blessing. But whoever becomes consumed by the gift may one day forget the one who gave it. Then comes the second test, not in what you have been given, but in what you have been denied. You long for something with all your heart. You pray for it. You plan for it. You dream about it night after night, and yet, it never comes. It may be a career, a marriage, a child, a home, a journey, financial security, or a success you believed was just within reach. Time passes, the opportunity fades, and a question quietly enters your heart: why? This is where wisdom begins, a wisdom the eyes cannot see at first, and the mind often understands only years later. Sometimes, God withholds something to protect you from harm. Sometimes, He closes one door to save you from another. And sometimes, He delays what you desire because He is preparing something far greater than you could ever imagine. What you desperately wanted may have led to your destruction, while what God withheld became the very reason for your salvation. Denial is not always deprivation. It can be hidden mercy, unseen kindness, and a choice made by God that is infinitely better than the one you would have made for yourself. This is the test of patience. The test of trusting God's wisdom. The test of believing that His plan is greater than your own. If you accept what God has decreed, and remain patient even when every reason seems absent, then you have passed one of life's greatest trials. But if denial leads you to resentment, despair, or suspicion of your Lord, then you may fail the test before ever discovering the wisdom that was waiting behind it. How many closed doors turned out to be acts of protection? How many unanswered prayers became the beginning of blessings beyond imagination? God knows what you cannot know. He sees what you cannot see, And he chooses for you not according to your desires, but according to his infinite knowledge, wisdom, and mercy. Then comes the final test, the hardest of them all. The test of loss. A house once filled with laughter can suddenly fall silent. The chair where someone you loved used to sit remains empty. The bed that once held a patient is now untouched. And one day, you may find yourself standing before a grave, with nothing left but prayers and tears. Yet loss is not limited to people. You may lose the health you thought would last forever, the wealth you spent years building, the home you dreamed of, the business you devoted your life to, or the status you believed could never disappear. Everything in this world is vulnerable to loss, because nothing here was created to last forever. This is where the test reaches its highest point. The true measure is not the size of your loss, but the condition of your heart. Will loss lead you to resentment, or to acceptance? To despair, or to patience? Will it distance you from God, or draw you closer to Him? Long before we were tested, God revealed this reality in the Qur'an. We will surely test you with something of fear and hunger, and loss of wealth, lives, and fruits. But give glad tidings to the patient. Then he described those who pass this test, those who, when disaster strikes them, say, "Indeed, we belong to God, and to Him we shall return." Loss is not always the end of the journey. Sometimes, it is the beginning of a deeper relationship with God. Sometimes, a broken heart becomes the doorway through which mercy enters. It loosens our attachment to this temporary world, and reminds us that everything we possess is only a trust placed in our hands for a limited time. And after every loss, one question remains. Not, why did I lose it? But rather, who did I become because of it? When everything was taken away, was your heart attached to the gift, or to the giver? After passing through the test of receiving, the test of being denied, and the test of loss, there remains one final destination. The station of acceptance. The station of contentment. True contentment does not mean that pain disappears. It does not mean that life suddenly becomes free of hardship. It means that the heart becomes absolutely certain that whatever God has chosen, is always for the best, even when His wisdom remains beyond our understanding. The exhausted heart finally finds peace. The anxious soul finds rest. And little by little, a person begins to see mercy in every decree, wisdom in every delay, hidden kindness in every denial, and even hope within every loss. Then the servant raises his hands and says, "O Allah, I am content with what you have decreed for me. Grant me a heart that is truly content with you." From that moment on, life changes. Yesterday no longer becomes a burden. Tomorrow no longer becomes a fear. Because the believer knows that God never chooses except what is best for His servant. Sometimes the greatest blessings arrive in forms we never expected. And within the words of the Qur'an, the believer discovers a peace that this world can never offer. Contentment does not mean that life unfolds exactly as we wish. It means that the heart remains at peace with everything God has written. Years later, many people look back and realize that the moments which once broke them, were the very moments that saved them. That the prayers left unanswered were acts of mercy. That every trial was quietly leading them toward this moment, a moment of certainty. A moment of peace. A moment of complete trust in God. And so they surrender their affairs entirely to Him, knowing that whatever God has written is far better than anything they could have chosen for themselves. They live with peaceful hearts, tranquil souls, and a hope that never fades. Repeating the words taught by the Prophet Muhammad, "I am pleased with Allah as my Lord, with Islam as my religion, and with Muhammad as my Prophet." Contentment does not always remove the pain, but it gives the heart a peace far deeper than comfort. And that peace belongs only to those who truly know their Lord, trust His wisdom, and place their confidence in Him, in what He gives, in what He withholds, and in what He takes away.